purely a distraction, because you know what's over here? 2 super minions. You know what I've got? I've got the old Hull Breaker. Hull Breaker's gonna buff those 2 super minions up real nice. We're gonna run past him, get that other tower. Hello, welcome back to another YouTube video. I'm Luke, also known as Blackfire Rebel, and today I have a bussin' build for you. That's right, this shit bussin'. Welcome to a really annoying, high-pressure, backdoor, lone warrior, Udyr jungle, run away from everyone, win everything, become epic. You are 110% gonna learn how to play Udyr entirely this game. Me, a silver player, is going to entirely teach you how to play this video game. You won't need any other guides. So if you like this, like it, and if you want to subscribe, you should do that, because I make one of these videos every week with a different champion or a different build or something. I'm doing something. Now, it's very important when you're doing this strategy to be pre-made with your bot lane, because I'm pre-made with my bot lane in this game, and there's a very important part in this strategy where they leave bot lane and they don't touch it anymore, and you are bot lane. You become bot lane entirely, and that's just how it works. So we're just giving them a little invade now that's not gone very well, just to fill the enemy team with confidence. Think that, you know, that they can best us, that they've got a one-up on us, that they're more competent, but no. They will face the wrath of my fighting fists shortly. Now, I believe Udyr is considered a power farming jungler, so what you want to do is you want to clear just 3 camps, and then you want to get your 3rd level off a minion dying in top lane. You want to take your stun, you want to run the Cho'Gath, because you know who scales infinitely? Cho'Gath. So you really don't want him getting ahead. And you know who scales really well? Ryze. And if we can get Ryze pressure in another lane, that's going to be great. So we'll come in here, we'll get first blood on the Cho'Gath. We're going to set Ryze up for a nice good lane here. There's no way Ryze is going to have any issues now. He's going to be able to bully that Cho'Gath as much as possible, because, you know, Ryze is ranged, Cho'Gath is melee. Yeah, Cho'Gath's got Ignite this game, which is a bit weird, but that's okay. There won't be any issues. Now, back when I cared about getting good at this game, I remember someone saying that Graves' Blind was the most powerful CC in the game, and I think this just kind of proves it, because I just fully pranked. He didn't have to use any summoner spells. I came in from behind him. I think that proves it. Graves, OP. Nerf Graves. People in League of Legends believe that tower is the safest place to be, so why not prove them wrong by playing Udyr and coming up from behind them, from behind their own tower? Take a couple of shots. It doesn't matter, you're Udyr. Of course, when you get to lane, you miss out on the kill, because, you know, the minions are Nautilus passive, and then you're gonna try and kill the Thresh. The Thresh is gonna be like, you know what, I've saved my summoner spell this whole time, I didn't need to use it, and he's gonna flash away, and that's okay. Take a couple of minions, be on your way, for you're the jungler. And taxing's what you do. If you can't get a kill, just take a couple minions. They basically belong to you anyway. Now, in the early game as Udyr, you don't have a huge amount of mobility, so it's important to lay in wait. So lay in wait we shall. Jarvan here gets absolutely pranked, and he is dead. Slightly later on in the game, Thresh will also become very pranked. That's right, you thought you were safe, but no. There was me, Udyr, in a bush. And then you thought you'd kill me, but no. I am Udyr, and I have turtle stance, so you shall not kill me, for I am a healthy boy. As always, playing jungle, it's important to keep your eyes on the minimap. There is some sort of scuffle developing in bot lane, so I think I shall apprise myself of the situation, and I shall attend. That'll be a good idea. I'll be able to clean this up. But alas, unfortunately, my whole team dies. I do manage to get the kill back on Thresh, but then I very much do just commit suicide. I believe it's the natural way of things that the weak will always run from the strong, and Jarvan demonstrates here that he is very, very weak. Instead of standing like a man to fight, he runs away. But what this also does show is the power of Udyr and the power of this high-pressure, high-intensity build. Again, keeping myself aware of what's going on bot lane, this wonderful hook comes out, and I think that's a great opportunity for me to pick up a kill. So I use the damage over time from Tiger Stance there to secure that kill for myself, because I am a pro gamer. Then I spot an extra bit of gold sitting in this bush, and I take it, because every little counts, you know? That's Asda price, baby. You know, it's been a hot minute since we checked up on Ryze top lane after we got on that nice lead, so let's give him another little hand. We'll get some nice damage straight out of the bush onto Jarvan here. He's not expecting it. He's unaware. Unfortunately, Ryze does manage to perish, but that won't be that bad. Oh wait, I've been ignited by the Cho'Gath, and I've been feasted by him. That's a very strong Cho'Gath. How's that happen then? That's very confusing. Oh look, he's 5-1. What happened? Graves, of course, did outsmart me once, and I'm eager to prove that he can't do it again. So I come forth for an epic duel. Of course, he does manage to get the ricochet off the wall, which gives him a lot of extra damage output there. And I almost get him, and he almost gets me. But our epic duel is cut short by Udyr's amazing ability to run away. Now, see, I know what you're thinking. But Luke, you said earlier that running away was a sign of weakness, and it is, if you don't even try and fight. You see, what I did there is I fought for my life, and when things weren't looking so good, I'm just a boy with fists. That's a man with a gun. What can I possibly do against that on such low health? That was a tactical retreat to return another day. Also, look, Ryze died again. Wow, that was a tactical retreat to fight another day, to learn from my mistakes, to best him at the best of times. After sitting bot lane for a little while and clearing a couple of waves, I get my first objective, the first bot lane tower. That's the kind of thing that I'm really in this game for. Towers, structures, the enemy's monuments to their false gods, and they will fall to me and my Triforce and my attack speed boots, followed up by my Hull Breaker. That's right, it's that kind of Udyr build. Of course, after respawning, my bot lane has vacated this lane for me, of course, and I will run straight there, and I will give Aphelios a piece of my mind. He's got 200 years of champion design behind him. I've got about 2 days. I'm a man with fists. With Hullbreaker acquired, I moved on to objective 2 for me. My whole team is dead. The enemy team is coming for me. But I shall take this tier 2 tower, and I shall escape. For I am Udyr, and there is no catching me. Not wanting to leave my newfound post, I stay in bot lane, and believe that I maybe too can get a quick kill. Then I think better of it, but then I think, you know what, maybe I can actually. But then, of course, Thresh comes through the flank. The Aphelios gravity bombs hold me to the floor, and with a swift ult from Graves, I meet an untimely demise. While I don't feel the need to show it, for the past few minutes I've been running in and out of bot lane, annoying the Graves, getting him within an inch of his life, forcing him to back, attempting to get damage on the tower, unsuccessfully for the time being. This is a more interesting one of those moments, because they do send literally the whole team after me, and I do manage to get out anyway, because, as Udyr does, is Udyr run fast. Was that English? I don't think so. Now you'll notice in my inventory is Zeal. Zeal is great because it can build Phantom Dancer, which lets you run through minions, it lets you run faster. It's Zeal, it's great. You'll notice, of course, Teemo absolutely getting wrecked there, trying to come to my rescue. Silly little Teemo, you do not realize. I am Udyr, I do not need rescuing, for it is you that needed the rescuing, except I will not be doing the rescuing, because I can't fight that Cho'Gath. Do you see how fucking big he is? He is super duper fed. Ryze got the memo though, and got that towers are what we're here to secure. And that, you know, that's just a wonderful thing, honestly. That is just a wonderful thing. We're here to get towers, and towers we will get, as this tower dive goes a little bit unsuccessfully. Because that Jarvan ult, that'll lock you in. It'll lock you in. But Phantom Dance required. Ghosting will be the new key to survival. Now, while kills aren't necessarily our objective, when they're sitting readily freely for us to take, why not? Why not just go and grab them real quick? Just grab a couple of little kills here and there. Ah yes, the prize jewel of the enemy. They're inhibitors. They wish to defend them with their life, and I wish to hit them with my fists. Graves is powerless to stop me, and the first inhibitor of the enemy falls. 'Tis the beginning of the end. Now learn, listen, big team fight happening in the jungle. But you know what I see? Minions. A cannon minion specifically, and I have Hullbreaker, which will power that cannon minion up beyond belief. And you know what else I see? A tower that wants some damage to be done to it. I also see a super minion in the enemy base. Yeah, Jarvan's following me around a little bit, but that's fine. I'm putting the pressure on. I've pulled Jarvan out of the fight. Maybe my team could win it then. They didn't, of course. But you know what? I got some damage on that tower. Yeah, it heals slowly over time, but it doesn't matter because now I can just go top lane. I can keep doing what I'm doing. Cho'Gath's dealing with the minions in bot lane, Jarvan's dealing with the minions in mid lane. There's a super minion there, there's cannon minions there, and you know where I am? I'm hitting this goddamn tower, and you know what that is? That's another objective down. That's another victory for Udyr. That's another enemy structure defeated. And when the enemy team come for me, you know what I do? I run the hell away, because I'm Udyr. And you know where I'm running? I'm running straight to bot lane, because you know what I see in bot lane? I see enemy minions and our friendly minions near their base, but I also realize I don't have any mana, so there's nothing I can do. Remember, keep track of your mana. This build, no mana in it. Absolutely zero mana. A lot of damage, a lot of speed, no mana. Very minimal mana. We're going to pick up Dead Man's Plate here because we needed a bit extra armor this game. We didn't really need the armor. I just wanted a little more movement speed. Dead Man's great for movement speed. Make you go even faster, make you hit a turret even harder. It's very fun. So what we're going to do when we respawn is head straight back to the bot lane. We're going to fight the Graves, and it's looking real good. It's looking real nice. It looks like we're going to kill him. Then he dashes over the wall, but little does he know that there is a Nautilus hiding there to get him. Nautilus puts the ignite down, starts doing the old fade away walk. I run back behind him with my super movement speed, give him the old 1-2 punch, rat-tat-tat, off he goes. Then I see the undefended inhibitor. Don't know where the enemy team is. Who cares? Who knows? Oh look, they're in the jungle, near the red buff, now in the mid lane. They're not here. They're not aware. That inhib, that's all me. They were like, oh, Udyr was just bot lane. There's no way he can do anything. To us, we don't need to be back at base defending right now. But no, little do you know, I can run across the whole map real quick. Thresh does hook me out of the Jarvan ult, which of course does allow me to escape. I'd like to wish we could honor the enemy team still, because that Thresh, a real MVP. It's gotta be said, big MVP vibes from the Thresh right there. Then I walk into some turrets and die. It's no big deal, don't worry. It's important as a jungler to have your finger on the trigger. The trigger, of course, being your smite. When Cho'Gath's there, you might just consume the Drake. Don't let him do that. Give it a smite. That's your Drake. Always has been, always will be. Flash over the wall. Now you see Cho'Gath here coming up. We're going to do what I like to call the old sneak around, the old flanky wank, because they just can't keep up with the speed. Yeah, they've seen me on a ward. They've literally just seen me on a ward. What are they going to do about it? Nothing. Look at this inhibitor melt to this Udyr build. It's beautiful. Of course, Aphelios is there. Those guys are there. Suddenly not looking very good. Whole enemy team sit. Aphelios root does manage to let me dodge that. Whole enemy team's here, and you see when you die in a situation like this, what you need to do is you need to go into all chat and you say, guys, why you gotta cramp my style? And you just gotta make him feel bad about really locking you down, because all the Udyr wants is just to not be locked down. It's just not cool. It's not fun. It's not funky. It's not fresh. Just don't lock me down. I'm a free spirit. Now, it's always important to assume that your enemies won't learn from their mistakes, so I respawn, I run straight towards this bot lane inhibitor. Thresh is there, I don't think it's a big deal. Then I realize that 4 of them are there, I'm starting to think it's a big deal. And you know what, I've typed to the enemy team, they haven't responded, so what I need to do now is I need to complain at my own team. I say, guys, please do Baron. I keep pulling them all, and that way you can feel good about yourself and put the blame on your teammates. Even though by the time that I was saying this now, it was far too late to do Baron. They would have had to start doing it whilst I was somewhere around Dragon Pit for it to have even been a chance of them getting it without Smite. So, you know, maybe the things you say in the heat of the moment aren't always correct, but it really alleviates some of the stress, you know? You see here a very brave Teemo under some poor guidance thought that they could start doing the backdooring. Little did Teemo know that Teemo, not on Udyr. Unfortunately for him. Of course, I am an Udyr, and as much as they want to get me, as much as they want to chase me, I will get out. Because I am Udyr, and I am fast, and I have health now. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the do or die moment of this game. We're setting up for Dragon, we're clearing wards, we're feeling good, the whole enemy team starts rocking up. It's not looking too good. I make the executive decision. There's only one thing to do. Give up Drake, run past the Cho'Gath, get a little knocked up here and there, get a little slowed, flash away from him, slows us again, give him the old chill and smite to continue trying to get away from him, keep using my W to tank him, and then we're just gonna we're gonna bat this inhib a little bit, just a distraction, purely a distraction, because you know what's over here? 2 super minions. You know what I've got? I've got the old Hull Breaker. Hull Breaker's gonna buff those 2 super minions up real nice. We're gonna run past him, get out of the tower. We're gonna keep on running away from him, keep on dodging those knockups, using my super speed from the auto attacks. Yeah, allied team claiming the Cloud Soul. Good job, team. You managed to do it, but you did all die in the process. But you know what? I ended the game. You got the Cloud Soul. I ended the game. We are not the same. You're on a lower level. That being said, this was a really fun game. I actually really recommend this build. I think it's really fun. I don't think it's the most optimal Udyr build, but it's genuinely really quite enjoyable. You can see you can really do some sneaky stuff, and you can really piss some people off. Didn't do the most damage in the world, but I would say that my impact on the game was severe. At the very least. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment of what champion and what build you want to see next, and follow my Twitch, you dummy.